So the concept of exoplanets, that is, planets that orbit stars other than our own sun, has pervaded film and literature for over 100 years. But if you could step back in time just one generation to when our parents were in college or graduate school and ask them whether the stars in the night sky actually host planets similar to our own, then their answer would most likely have been a resounding, maybe. Which is not the most definitive of answers, I grant you. But then again, they also would have told you that Pluto's a planet, so maybe their input is not to be trusted. But in any case, their lack of decisiveness is understandable, because everything we know about exoplanets has come to light only in this most recent generation of science, with the very first exoplanet being discovered almost exactly 20 years ago. That means that until 1995, we had a sample size of exactly one solar system to work with. So our theories on everything from how planets form to whether or not life can exist on other worlds were based entirely on the 8 planets orbiting around our sun. Now, at first glance, this might seem okay. After all, our solar system is here, so clearly planets like the ones that we neighbor can exist. Why shouldn't we base our theories on them? Well, it turns out that in these past 2 decades, astronomers have discovered over 1,000 planets orbiting some 700 different stars. And most of those planets don't look anything like our neighbors. As far as we can tell right now, our solar system's kind of a weird place. Now, there are 2 ways to showcase that claim. The first is that we are missing some of the most common types of planets. We're missing the super-Earths. These are planets between the size of Earth and Neptune with compositions that astronomers just don't understand yet. And we certainly don't have any hot Jupiters or Jupiter-sized planets hurtling around the sun in 5-day orbits. Now, on the opposite side of things, we have a couple things we don't see very commonly elsewhere in the galaxy. For example, when we look at other stars, we almost never see planets the size of Jupiter out where our own gas giants live. Now, there's not much I can do about that first problem. We're about 4.5 billion years too late to whip up another Jupiter and send it whizzing around the sun in a 5-day orbit. But the second one provides a little more leeway, because not yet seeing other solar system twins might mean that we're strange, or it might mean that we just haven't been looking long enough. So my job is to continue that search, and to do it by automating a world-class telescope right here in California. Because finding solar systems like our own requires hundreds of nights of observations, nights where I would much rather be sleeping. So maybe in 20 years, people will look back at us and snicker about the fact that we didn't immediately assume other Earths and Neptunes and Jupiters existed. Or maybe by then we'll have found out that we really are an odd duckling and a rarity in the universe. But either one of those will have huge implications for the field of astronomy. Thank you.
Yeah. Woo.